Hi, welcome to Session Time. I'm Will, and with me again is Ryan Burton. He co-produced the song and played a lot of the instrumentation on Soaked in Gasoline. Today we're going to talk about the electric guitar parts, and that's what Ross did, but we don't have Ross here with us today, so I'm going to lean on you and get you to describe a lot of what y'all went over in production, and then I'll talk about some of the things that we did here in the studio to hit the sounds that you actually hear on the song.
Yeah, and we were very fortunate to have Ross Childress playing guitar on this song. And you know, he really offered, he was the co-producer on it as well, offered a lot of ideas. But really, as the guitar player, he also took a lot of feedback and was a collaborator there. So as great a guitar player as he is, he also tried to facilitate the group vision of the song. So, no, and it's kind of funny because in a lot of spaces, I think we discussed earlier, in earlier episodes, he dialed some of the electric back.
Yeah.
You know, and even as a testament of how talented he is, one of the coolest things he delivered in this song is actually a synth part that goes over a lot of the chorus and the intro.
That's right, he
of the
did
song.
that, didn't he?
That's Ross, yeah. We called it the trio. It's this, three sort of string pieces that play off each other, but that was Ross. But no, he's an exceptional guitar player, and we really were looking for a lot of texturing, a lot of punchiness, a lot of feel, and then he delivered a monster guitar solo.
Yeah, he did. He ripped that one. That's great. The punchiness and the textures, there's a lot that, there's some of this stuff, some of this was P90 to give you a little more punch. Some of it was humbucker. There was some single coil in there. Then he did a little mix. There were some things that went to a heavy tremolo so that we could get just some texture in there. Do you remember anything about the arrangement of what he did?
Yeah, actually, Ross, and initially the guitar sort of had a little more of a chuggy feel to it, and he really sort of cleaned it up and made it very punchy. If you listen to the chorus and even the part of the song that we're repeating and listening to a lot, you can hear the punchiness of the guitar in the chorus, and it really sort of breaks through, and that was something he brought to the table. And then there's a refrain that's actually still part of the part we're working on, kind of a breakdown where the bass is going, and there's these vibrato guitars and different sort of texture guitars going back and forth. I introduced to him, I said there was a part of the song by the Foo Fighters that I liked, and I said, hey, can you deliver something like that? Although it's not identical to that, a lot of that sort of texture is what he delivered, and he did a lot of EQing, a lot of changing of those sounds to make them deliver that. But so it's very layered. A lot of it's subtle. You have to listen to it. It doesn't. The solo is not subtle. The solo is anything but subtle. And in my opinion, being a person that knows Collective Soul, where he did a lot of great guitar work. This solo, I think the Shine solo is pretty phenomenal by Collective Soul, and I rediscovered that after the fact because I thought this was maybe the best solo he'd done. The Shine solo is pretty good, but this solo in Soaked in Gasoline that Ross Childress did is monster. And you can talk about that because actually I think Will was the one that you suggested we double it. Initially we had a single, and Will was like, I think Steve Rawls might have been in the room too and suggested that as well.
In engineering this, because I'm the one paying more attention to sounds and I'm thinking of some guitar type things as we're working through this, we ended up just kicking back and forth a lot of options. Okay, we're doing this part. Well, maybe we should, let's go for this sonically on it. Oddly, as we recorded this, we only used one amplifier for all of the guitar parts. We did change the gain structure on it, and it's a pretty versatile amp. It's a Cheeriotone Yeti 50 watt. So it's got a couple of voicings on it, but I think we even stayed with just one voicing. It was just gain structure that we changed. What we did for sounds was change guitars. There is a P90 Les Paul. There is a humbucker Les Paul. There is a PRS. And all of those things helped add to give a little bit of different sound to the different parts that he was playing, although for the sake of speed, we ran everything through the same amp. That way we weren't having to find another mic location for an amplifier. All we really had to do was change gain structure a little bit, change guitars, and suddenly we had a different sound for that particular part.
And I was just thinking about the actual recording of the solo. I was probably sitting maybe not much farther than we're sitting from each other from Ross when he was playing it. And he actually asked Lynnay and I, he's a great collaborator. He said, what are you guys looking for in this solo? And initially I thought I wanted a little bit faster, a little bit more picking. But we said, something that's aggressive, but maybe not too fast. And he literally wrote most of that solo, I think, right there in the control room in front of us. And you don't just learn that. That's, that comes out of you, and it's extremely powerful.
Yeah, so we hope you enjoy this segment. And again, if you have any questions about anything that you see, feel free, shoot us an email. We're happy to answer any questions you've got.